Hello friends, welcome back in my another lecture in a series of lectures in probability and statistics. In previous lecture, I was talking about discrete random variable, its density function and distribution function. And now in this particular lecture, I am going to discuss continuous random variable, its distribution function and density function. And then we'll solve some problems related to discrete and continuous random variable. So let's start. Continuous random variable. A random variable capital X is said to be continuous if it can take all possible values, that is integral as well as a fractional between certain limits. That is, X takes every value in an interval. So simply, continuous random variable means which take integral as well as fraction value, whereas discrete random variable means that we had discussed in the previous lecture means simply which takes integral values. Further, distribution function or cumulative distribution function for continuous random variable X is defined as capital F of X is equal to probability X less than equal to X, which is further equal to minus infinity to X F of X dx, and X lies in this range. Means X is a continuous random variable where small f of X satisfies the conditions. First is f of X greater than equal to 0, and second means integration from minus infinity to infinity f of X dx must be equal to 1. The function f of X that satisfies the above two conditions is called as a simply density function, as we had discussed in the previous example. The nomenclature is same, but the conditions are different. In discrete random variable, conditions were these: f of X greater than or equal to 0 and summation f of X is equal to 1, whereas in continuous these are the conditions. First condition is same in both cases, but second, in case of discrete there is summation, in case of continuous there is a integration, otherwise nomenclature is the same. Note number 1, in case of continuous random variable, probability at a point is always 0, that is probability at X is equal to C is equal to 0 for all C, whereas in discrete random variable, probability at a point, that is probability X is equal to C is not equal to 0 for some C. That means for some values of C it is 0, and for some values of C it is not a 0, whereas in continuous case this is always 0. Number 2, probability that X lies in this range is always equal to a to b f of X dx. Number 3, probability that X lies in this range is further equal to probability that X lies in this range excluding a. Further, probability that X lies in this range excluding b, probability that X lies in this range excluding both a and b, where small x belongs to capital X, that is continuous random variable. So it doesn't matter whether b include the endpoints or not, probability will remain same in all the case. However, this result is not true in general for discrete random variable. Number 4, as first derivative of f of X, that means derivative of f of X with respect to X, this can be easily seen from here. If we differentiate this with respect to X, derivative and integration cancel each other, so we are left with f of X, and f of X further because of this condition is greater than 0. That means first derivative is 0. First derivative 0 means that function is increasing function, so that is f of X is non-decreasing or increasing, non-decreasing or non-decreasing, and lies in this range as we had discussed in the previous example. It may be noted that probability x lies between a and b is always equal to integration from a to b f of x dx, which can given as minus infinity to b f of x dx minus infinity to a f of x dx. How this integral is written as this difference of these two? The reason is simple. This is the number line, this is 0, this is a, this is b, this is infinity, and this is minus infinity. If from minus infinity to b we subtract minus infinity to a, so we are left with a to b. So that is this one. Now compare this result between, compare these two. Upper limit is x, so there is x. Upper limit is b, so this will be b. Upper limit is a, so this will be a. Now compare these two. X means x, so this will be f of b and this will be f of a. Compare these two results. All right. If this probability is difference of these two, that means probability can be also evaluated using distribution function. So these probability value will be also equal to this one. Number 6, since derivative of distribution function is equal to f of x, this is density function and this is distribution function. So it doesn't matter whether it is a case of density function or a distribution function, this result will be always true. That means density function is always equal to derivative of a distribution function, and this is a very important result and we are going to use it many times whenever we have to find density function in a numerical problems. All right, now I'm going to solve some problems. So first one, random variable x has the following probability function. These are the values of x and these are the respective probabilities. Clearly x is a discrete random variable in this case because x take only integral values. So here two conditions will be always true, f of x greater than or equal to 0 and summation f of x must be equal to 1. So here since sum of all these probability must be equal to 1, if we add all of these probability we will get 10k square plus 9k minus 1. 1 is also shifted to left hand side and which is quadratic in k, which on solving give minus 1 and 1 by 10. Since because of this condition all of these probabilities are greater than or equal to 0, so neglecting minus 1, so k is only equal to 1 by 10. Reason being, if we take k negative then this probability will be negative and this will violate this condition. All right, so second probability x less than 6. Less than 6 means add all the probability from 0 to 5. Probability x is equal to 0 plus so on, probability x is equal to 5. If we add 0 to 5 this will come out to be k square plus 8k. 0 to 5 and which substitute the value of k, this will come out to be 81 upon 100 since k is equal to 1 by 10. Also px greater than or equal to 6, this will be 1 minus p of x less than 6, just opposite of this one. 1 minus 81 upon 100, this will be 19 upon 100. Reason is simple, p of a plus p of not a will be equal to 1. So this event and this event, these are like a and not a. And probability x lies between 0 and 5 excluding 0 and 5. So add all the probabilities from 1 to 4. X is equal to 1 plus so on up to x is equal to 4. 1 to 4. 1 to 4 means this will be 8k. 8k means 8 by 10 because k is 1 by 10. C part, since probability x less than or equal to a is greater than half, we have to find minimum value of a by trial. Let's see here, for a is equal to 3, probability of x less than or equal to 3. Less than or equal to 3 means add all the probability from 0 to 3. So this will be 5k. 5k, k is 1 by 10, 5 by 10, 1 by 2. This is exactly 1 by 2, not greater than 1. Let's check for a is equal to 4. P of x less than equal to 4 means add all the probability from 0 to 4. This will be 8k. This is 8 by 10, and which is greater than half. Similarly, if we take a5, a6, a7, every time this will be greater than half. So minimum value of, therefore minimum value of a is equal to 4. D part, since distribution function f of x is equal to, in this case this is probability x less than equal to this, means this is cumulative probability here, x and f of x 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is 7, and this is 0, 0 plus k plus 2k, 3k plus 2k, this is 5k plus 3k, this is 8k plus k, 8k plus k square. Next will be 8k plus 3k square, and next will be 9k plus 10k square, means this plus this, then this is k plus 2k, this is 3k plus 2k, 5k plus 3k, 8k cumulative, just like add every time. Alright, so this will come out to this one, and now substitute the value of k: 0, 1 by 10, 3 by 10, 5 by 10, 8 by 10, and this is here 81 upon 100, and this will be 83 upon 100, and this will come out to be 1 after substituting the value of k. Now second question, probability p, this has two values, either this one when x is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 0, elsewhere we have to find these two probability, x 1 or 2 and this probability. So let's see. First one is probability that x is equal to 1 or 2. 1 or 2 means probability x plus 1, x is equal to 1 plus probability x is equal to 2. These probabilities are given, just put x is equal to 1 in the given probability. So this will be 1 upon 15, and this will be 2 by 15, and this after simplification will come out to be 1 by 5. And second part, probability half less than x less than 5 by 2 slash x greater than 1, this probability, this is conditional probability of a slash b. So this can be written as probability of a intersection b divided by probability of v. So this is a and this is b. Probability of half x less than 5, a intersection x greater than 1, b divided by x greater than equal to 1, because of this result, conditional probability. Integer between half and 5 by 2 is 1 and 2, x is 1 or 2, intersection x greater than 1, and this probability can be written as 1 minus p of x equal to 1. Now solving numerator, this is 1 and 2, intersection means common between these two, so greater than 1, so common between this and this is 2, p of x is equal to 2, and 1 minus p of x is equal to 1. Now substitute these values, x is equal to 2 means 2 by 15 probability, and this is 1 minus 1 upon 15, and this on simplification will come out to be 1 upon 7. Now question arises, how this probability is equal to this one? The reason is simple, because p of a plus p of not a is equal to 1, so this event and this event, these are exactly like a and not a, that's why this probability is equal to this one. Now come to the next question. Probability function for random variable x is given, has two values, these we have to find density function and these two probability. Density function means we have to find small x. Since we know density function small x is equal to derivative of distribution function, so we have to just differentiate this one. Ordinary differentiation, derivative 1 0, and this will be exponential into minus plus 2x, then x greater than or equal to 0, derivative of 0 is 0, again x less than 0. Let us put this to be 1. So this is density function. B part, probability x greater than 2. X greater than 2 means 2 to infinity f of x dx. Alright, so 2 to infinity lies in this range, so this will come out to be 2 to infinity f of x is here since of 1, so this is 2 times e power minus 2x dx, and this is 2 integration minus 2, this integration, this is e power minus 2x 2 to infinity, so this is minus 1, so minus 1 is minus 1, upper limit is 0 and lower limit will be e power minus 4, and this will come out to be e raised to power minus 4. Upper limit is 0 and lower limit is 2 to 4. Also, probability that x lies in this range, this is minus 3 to 4 f of x dx, this can be divided into two parts, minus 3 to 0 f of x dx plus 0 to 4 f of x dx. Now minus 3 to 0 lies in this range, so this f of x is 0 in this case. 0 to 4 lies in this range, so this will be 2. Substitute the value of this one, 0 to 4 e power minus 2x dx, so this is 2 divided by minus 2 integration of this one, e power minus 2x 0 to 4 minus upper limit is e power minus 8 and lower limit will be 1 e power 0, and this will be 1 minus e power minus 8. Now come to the fourth question. A random variable x has the density function this one, where x lies in this range. Find the value of constant c, probability x square lies between this one, and finally distribution function. Clearly, x is a continuous random variable, so x must satisfy these conditions: f of x greater than or equal to 0, and integration minus infinity to infinity f of x dx must be equal to 1. So f of x greater than or equal to 0 means substitute the value of x from here. This is c upon x square plus 1 greater than or equal to 0. 1 is positive, this is positive, so this relation will be positive, non-negative if c is greater than or equal to 0. Now we will find value of c, and that must lie in this range. Since this relation minus infinity to infinity f of x dx must be equal to 1, substitute the value of this one from here, c is outside, 1 upon x square plus 1 minus infinity to infinity dx is equal to 1. Since integration of x square plus 1, this is tan inverse of x, right? So this implies tangent inverse of x minus infinity to infinity equal to 1. This further implies c, upper limit tangent inverse of infinity, lower limit tangent inverse of minus infinity, this is equal to 1. This further implies c, because tangent pi by 2 is infinity, so this will be pi by 2 and this will be minus pi by 2, and this on simplification will give c is equal to 1 upon pi. So this is the first case. Now come to the second case. Second case is this one. Probability that x square lies between this one. Since x square is equal to modulus of x square, these two are equal, so this can be written as 1 by 3 less than equal to modulus of x square less than equal to 1, taking square root, so this will be 1 upon square root of 3 less than modulus of x less than equal to 1. Now I am going to divide this into two parts, and using this relation, modulus of x less than equal to a implies x lies between a and minus a, and second is modulus of x greater than equal to a, this implies either x greater than equal to a or x less than equal to minus a. Now using these two results, first of all this one as 1 upon square root of 3 less than equal to modulus of x, this implies modulus of x is greater than equal to 1 upon square root of 3, so use this result. So either x is greater than equal to 1 upon square root of 3 or x less than equal to minus 1 upon square root of 3 because of this relation. Also now this one modulus of x less than equal to 1, this implies x lies between minus 1 and 1. This relation further can be written as 1 upon square root of 3 is less than equal to x, and this is again the same case, just x greater than this means 1 upon this is less than this, minus 1 upon this one. Let us put this is 1 and this is 2. Now combining 1 and 2, start from here -1, here -1 less than equal to x, and x from here is less than equal to -1 upon square root of 3, and start with this one. 1 upon square root of 3 is less than x, and x is further here less than equal to 1. First of all, how? Minus this one, and x from here. Now come here, x is less than equal to -1 upon square root of 3. Now start with this one, x, and x is here less than equal to 1. So in this way, this given range get divided into two parts here. Therefore, probability that x lies in this range can be written in two parts. This is -1 to -1 upon square root of 3 f of x dx plus 1 upon square root of 3 to 1 f of x dx. This is further substitute the value f of x from the given. This is c -1 to -1 upon square root of 3 1 upon x square plus 1 dx. C constant, again 1 upon square root of 3 to 1 upon x square plus 1. I have just substituted the value of this one. Now integrating, this is tangent inverse of x -1 to -1 upon square root of 3. This is also tangent inverse of x 1 upon square root of 3 to 1. Substitute the limit. Upper limit, tangent inverse of -1 upon square root of 3 minus tangent inverse of -1. Similarly, this is tangent inverse of 1 upon square root of 3 minus tangent inverse of 1. Now we know tangent pi by 6 is 1 upon square root of 3 and tangent pi by 4 is 1. Using these two results, this will be minus pi by 6 and this will be minus plus pi by 4. Similarly, this is pi by 6 in plus and this is pi by 4. In this way, c is common. Sorry, upper limit is 1. So upper limit minus lower limit. Similarly here, upper limit minus lower limit. This will be, this is plus and this is a minus. Okay, so this will be minus 2 pi by 6 and this will be 2 pi by 4. Now c is 1 upon pi. Alright, substitute the value of c here, pi cancel, and further on simplification this will come out to be 1 upon 6. Now c part, since distribution function f of x, this is minus infinity to x f of x dx in case of continuous random variable. So this can be written as minus infinity to x, c is constant, substituting the value of f of x 1 upon x square plus 1 with respect to x. This is tan inverse of x integration minus infinity to x. This one, substitute this one, upper limit is exactly same, lower limit is minus infinity. C is 1 upon pi and this is tan inverse of x and tangent pi by 2 is infinity. We know it means tangent inverse of this will be minus pi by 2. Now multiplying pi inside, so this will be half plus tangent inverse of x divided by pi. So this is distribution function for the given function. Now finally come to the last question. Find the constant c such that the function density function f of x has two values. These also compute this probability, then find distribution function, and using this distribution function we have to compute this result. Clearly x is a continuous random variable, therefore this one of the condition must be satisfied. F of x dx must be equal to 1. This integral will become only 0 to 3 because rest of integral lies in this range. In this case f of x is a 0, so we are left with only 0 to 3. So and this will be f of x will be cx square dx is equal to 1. C is constant, x square x cube upon 3, 0 to 3 is equal to 1, and c upon 3, this is 27 minus 0, and which on simplification will give c equal to 1 upon 9, right? Also probability that x lies in this range 1 to 2, this can be written as 1 to 2 f of x dx. Both 1 and 2 lies in this range, so in this case f of x is cx square, again c is constant, 1 to 2 x square dx. So this is integration c upon 3 integration of x square, and this is 1 to 2, c is 1 upon 9, so this will be 1 upon 27, and this will be 8 upper limit minus lower limit, so this is 7 upon 27. Now we have to find distribution function. Further, f of x is equal to probability that x less than or equal to x, which is equal to minus infinity to x f of x dx. All right, three cases arises. Case 1, when x less than 0, then f of x can be written as minus infinity to x 0 dx, because x less than 0 means this lies in this range. In this range f of x is 0. If f of x is 0, then this will become this one, and which is equal to 0. Case 2, when x lies in this range 0 greater than 0 but less than 3, then in this case f of x will get divided into two parts. So in this case f of x will be equal to minus infinity to 0 f of x dx. I am bifurcating it from 0 plus 0 to x f of x dx, where this x lies in this range. So again this range lies here. Here f of x is 0, so this is 0. 0 to x means here, because x lies in this range, so this is cx square 0 to x dx, and this will come out to be c upon 3 x square integration x cube 0 to x, upper limit will be x cube, so this is c is 1 upon 9, so this is x cube upon 27, where x lies in this range. Third case, case 3, when x is greater than or equal to 3, then f of x, in this case f of x will get divided into three parts. First is minus infinity to 0 f of x dx, next will be 0 to 3 f of x dx, next will be 3 to x f of x dx. Minus infinity to 0, again this range, in this case f of x is 0. 0 to 3 is exactly this one, so cx square c x square, again 3 to x, and x is greater than or equal to 3, again this range lies in this interval, so f of x is 0, again 0. This is c upon 3 x cube 0 to 3, so c is 1 upon 9, so 1 upon 27, and this is also 27 minus 0, 27 upon 27, because c is 1 upon 9. So combining all these three results, case 1, case 2, case 3, therefore f of x will be equal to 0 x cube upon 27 and 1, provided x less than 0, x lies in this, 3 is not there, x lies in this range, x greater than or equal to 3. So this is the distribution function. Now finally we have to, using it, we have to find this probability. Finally, probability that x lies in this range, this can be written as probability x less than or equal to 2 minus probability x less than or equal to 1. How this is written? This is simple. This is number line, this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is infinity, this is minus infinity. If from minus infinity to 2 we subtract minus infinity to 1, we will get 1 to 2. So this is exactly 1 to 2. Now using this result, see here, x is 2, so this will be f of 2, this will be f of 2, x is 1, so this will be 1, so f of 1, both 1 and 2 lies in the second range. So in this case x is 2 means just substitute x is 2, so 2 raised to power 3 upon 27, x is 1 means put x is equal to 1, so 1 power 3 divided by 27 using this result since of 1, and which on simplification will come out to be 7 upon 27. So in this lecture we have learned about continuous random variable, discrete its density function and distribution function. Then we come to know that how the problems can be solved for continuous random variable and discrete random variable. So finally, one thing that I want to say is that the most important difference between two density function for continuous and discrete is f of x greater than or equal to 0 and summation f of x is equal to 1, f of x greater than or equal to 0 and integration this one is equal to 1. This is for discrete random variable and this is for continuous random variable. First condition is same and second condition is different. There is summation and there is integration, so must remember this difference. All right, so this is all about this lecture. Thank you.